गुड इवनिंग एंड वेलकम बैक टू पैसा बोलता है। पैसा बोलता है में आपका फिर से स्वागत है। आज मैं भारत के टेलीकॉम इंडस्ट्री के बारे में बात करना चाहता हूँ। टेलीकॉम इंडस्ट्री एक समय में तो सनराइज सेक्टर था, अनेक सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स थे। हर सर्कल में 3-4 सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स थे और बीएसएनएल पांचवा होता था, कम से कम तो चौथा होता था। लेकिन अब सिचुएशन बदल गया और अब सिर्फ 2 प्लेयर्स रहे हैं और थर्ड प्लेयर बहुत वीक हो गया और बीएसएनएल तो आईसीयू में है। Today I want to talk about the state of the telecom sector in India. There was a time when telecom sector was very competitive. Every circle had 3 to 4 players, BSNL being the fifth or the fourth player in all the circles. But times have changed. There has been a big consolidation and there are only 3 players, with BSNL being the fourth. Of the 3 players, Vodafone Idea is extremely weak and is in a terminal stage. Unless there is fresh infusion of equity, there is no way Vodafone is going to revive. And the government is propping up Vodafone just to make sure that it doesn't become a duopoly and leads to match fixing, basically price fixing between the top 2 players. The top 2 players in this country in telecom are Airtel and Jio, owned by Reliance. Reliance's relentless investments and dirt cheap pricing made sure that all the other companies like Aircel, Reliance Communication of Anil Ambani, Idea have all vanished. The Tatas settled all the dues and closed down Tata Telecom. So what survives today is Airtel, Jio, and a watered down version of Vodafone Idea, which are merged together in order to survive. Now, let's first look at the results and look at Airtel. Airtel net profit up 50% for the quarter. This is 3006 crores. This is really up from 49.5% from last year. But revenue has gone up by only 14%. EBITDA has gone up only by 17%. And the average ARPU, that is the average realization per unit of per subscriber, has gone up to only 193 from 178, which is not even 10% or slightly above 10%. So, what caused this major rise in profit? The major rise in profit came basically because in the last quarter there were several one time charges. Those one time charges are not there here today. This plus cost optimization and small price hikes have made sure that the total profits have gone up by 49.7%. The company has got a dividend of 4 rupees. This is on a face value of a share of 5 rupees, and also there is a 1 rupee share where partly paid face value of 5 rupees. That is, one is fully paid 5 rupees and there's a 1 rupee payment for a partly paid share of 5 rupees. So what has happened is they have put a rights issue in which part of the equity payment has been made. The other half call date has not yet come in. So they will get a revenue of only 1 rupee per share and the others will get 4 rupees per share. What this indicates is that only 25% of the money in the rights issues have been paid. The balance 75% will be paid in stages. This is deferred payment is primarily to accommodate the promoters who have to bring in most of the money. The managing director is Gopal Vittal. He says the company has acquired 7.4 million new customers. They are primarily 4G customers. They are continuing to roll out 5G. I already told you about ARPU. There is an Indus Tower where the towers of these companies were put into a separate basket. That company has major shareholdings from Airtel and Vodafone. Airtel has nearly 48% and Vodafone has 21.05. Now it's very clear that Vodafone Idea is in serious trouble. It has dues of nearly 7,000 crores towards Indus Towers, is unable to pay them. Airtel has said if Vodafone is not willing to pay for the towers, they are willing to take over the company. The current market price is 801 rupees. The price to earnings ratio is 53.2. There is huge debt for every 1 rupee in equity. There is more than 2 rupees due in debt. The company's high low is 877, 629. The cost is extremely high and makes no sense to buy. The promoters own 55%, FII is 21%, DI 20%, and that means 41%. That is 96% of shareholding is not in the market, and the public has only 4%. and this is the reason why the price is so high because of low floating stock. Vodafone has a new chief. She's called Margarita Delaville. The first thing she did is she reduced the equity investment in Vodafone Idea to zero and says that more money has to be raised. She says FY23 performance was not good, and therefore she is saying we'll have to eliminate 11,000 jobs in Vodafone Idea over 3 years. And the mantra for the year 23-24 will be customers, simplicity, and growth. But it looks like all this is high talk. Basically, what Vodafone Idea requires is more money. The Vodafone Idea promoters have transferred a huge portion of equity to the government in lieu of payments. They simply could not afford to make the payments as per calculated by the old revenue sharing formula, and therefore the government itself owns 33% of equity, public owns 14%, FII 2, DII 0.5, and the balance by promoters. Now the issue is this: the promoters don't want to be part of this company. Idea's promoter Kumar Mangalam Birla decided to resign from the company. There was huge pressure from the bank. The bank said, "Thank you very much, we are not going to fund you unless Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla returns as a director." That means his neck will be on the line if the payments are not made. So he has agreed to come back as a director. So he is joined as a director. Revenues have gone up only by 0.53, and this is not going to grow. So this is having a big problem, and overall this company is struggling to make ends meet. Vodafone without India is doing well in UK, Africa, and other places. But in India, they requires money and equity. Neither Birla nor Vodafone are willing to invest money in this. BSNL is being choked for funds, though there have been some tall claims made by the chairman and CEO that he will double market share over 3 years. They will invest 30,000 crores without equity infusion from either the stock market or the government. And they are saying they will do 4G, 5G, and optic fiber. The only place where BSNL is doing well is in remote locations like hill stations where Vodafone, nor Airtel, nor Jio want to compete. If there is sign of some market presence there, you will find these players there. So basically, what you are seeing is a consolidation between two players, Jio and Airtel, and prices have to go up because India has the cheapest telecom bills in the world for any market, and our market is not really big like the other markets. But because we want to attract any number of people, both Jio and Airtel have kept their initial rates very cheap. These are the dogs of stock market. Even if they are profitable, there is no reason to own them. There are no profits. The only winners are the customers. Therefore, I think we should stay away from Airtel, Vodafone Idea for a long time to come. Good to buy their products, but not their stock. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग पैसा बोलता है. आप पैसा बोलता है कि ये प्रोग्राम सुनी और देखा, इसके लिए मैं आपका आभारी हूँ. नमस्कार, जय हिंद, धन्यवाद. If you have already not subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification. Kindly send this video to your relatives and friends and have them take a look. पैसा बोलता है में फिर से आपका स्वागत है. मैं सिंगापुर गया था. सिंगापुर में सब भारतीय लोग मुझे प्यार से स्वागत किया, और वो जो मीटिंग हुआ उसमें तो बहुत सारे अतिथियों से मुलाकात हुई और ये तो कंप्लीट सक्सेस हो गया. अगले मीटिंग जून 11 रविवार को हम कोलालमपुर में करने वाले हैं. जो कोलालमपुर में रहते हैं वो मीटिंग में आ सकते हैं और मुझे मिल सकते हैं. धन्यवाद, नमस्कार, जय हिंद.